What's going on, guys? It's your homeboy Jojo Kaiser here. I'm back with another storytime video for you guys today. Hopefully you all are having yourselves a fantastic day today. And today's storytime is about another interaction I had with a Karen. Yep, that's right, guys. I had another interaction with a Karen back in 2019 that I completely forgot to make a storytime video about. And with all that out of the way, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And without further ado, let's get on with today's storytime. 3, 2, 1, skadoosh. So today's storytime, like I just said, took place back around 2019. You know, the year that we pretty much took complete advantage of before 2020 and the whole pandemic started. Good times. So anyways, back in 2019, my mom wanted me to go to the mall to pick up some stuff for her, and I was like, okay, sure, no problem. I was just a lazy asshole during this particular time, and I figured I might as well go outside and do something, so yeah, let's go to the mall. So anyways, I go to the mall, and I start picking up some stuff from this store that my mom wanted me to go to. I'm not gonna say the title of the store, but let's just say for the sake of the story, this place is the best place to buy all of your products. Yep, that's all the details I'm telling you guys. Let's go. So anyways, I'm walking around the store, just, picking up the stuff that my mom wanted me to get. And as I'm continuing to walk around the store, I noticed that there was this one game that I wanted to get. And in my head, I was thinking, you know what? It's a few months before my birthday. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen. And I just ended up picking up the game and I'm walking over to the cash register, right? And keep in mind, there was a little bit of a line, but the line wasn't really that long. So, in my head, I was like, okay, I'll just wait for a little bit. So I start putting the stuff in the shopping cart as I'm walking around. I make it to the line, and as I'm on the line, I was waiting for like a few minutes, just minding my own business, chilling and whatnot, listening to some music on my phone, just the overall normal stuff, right? But from the corner of my eyes, I noticed that this lady and what I'm assuming is their son walk into the same store that I'm in right now. And man, let me tell you, this woman has the full fit of a Karen. I'm 100% serious when I say this. Like, this lady had the haircut, she had the high heels, she had the outfit, she had the makeup, just the overall attitude of a Karen. Now, naturally, when I see this, I think to myself, okay, I'm literally just minding my own business. I literally see the full interpretation of a Karen literally walking into the store. But you know what? I'm just on this line picking up a few things for not only me, but also my mom, Nothing bad's gonna happen. I'm just gonna walk in here, get my stuff, and things are gonna be okay, right? They're clearly not even walking in the same direction as me. Things are completely okay, right? But you would be wrong, because if that was the case, then I wouldn't be making this video, because that would just be a boring story for me to tell you all, because what happens next gets a little bit crazy, but still kind of funny in my personal opinion. So anyways, I'm standing on line. The line is starting to get shorter and shorter, and as I'm walking inch by inch towards the cash register, I notice someone tugging on like the side part of my pants, and I turn around and it's the same kid, the Karen that I just spoke about. So I was like, oh, hi, do you need anything? And the boy was like, what's that? And in one of my hands, I was holding the very same game that I was talking about. And I don't really remember what game it was. I believe it was either God of War or Persona 5. I don't really know. But I do remember the rating of the game. It was either T for teen or M for, mature and 17 plus. And that piece of detail is going to be very important to the story later on, I promise. So anyways, the kid is asking me what kind of game I'm holding in my hand, and I tell him, this game is for me. This game isn't necessarily for kids like you. It's for people like me that's, the appropriate age and size in order to play it. And the kid was like, oh, okay, and he wanders off. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, nothing really weird happened. He just asked me what game I was holding. Nothing too bad, right? But nope, 5 minutes later, I hear someone tapping on my shoulder pretty harshly. To be honest, I did not expect this Karen, who for the sake of the story time, I'm just gonna name Karen because, it wouldn't make any sense for me to call her any other name if she has the full outfit of a Karen. So yeah, I'm calling this person Karen. So anyways, she's tapping on me pretty roughly, and I turn around and I see this Karen looking at me and giving me this look like apparently I did something wrong, even though it makes no sense since I was literally just waiting on this line trying to get my stuff. So anyways, the Karen asks me, excuse me, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just waiting on this line buying my stuff. How's your day? I don't know what she wanted me to say. I just met this lady. I don't know what she wants me to say at that particular moment. So anyways, the lady says, what's that in your hand? And I look at my hand, and it's the game that I'm holding, and I turn back to this lady. I'm like, oh, it's just a game that's, suited for me. I wanted to get this game, nothing too bad or anything like that. So then the lady says, I'm sorry if this seems this much of a trouble for you, but I was wondering if I can get that game off your hands so that way I can buy it to my son. Thank you. And she proceeds to reach her hand towards my hand that's holding the game, and I push my hand back and I'm like, lady, what are you talking about? I'm buying this game. You do realize that, right? So then Karen says, well, actually, my son just asked you a few minutes ago if you can give him that game, and you rudely said no to him. So if I were you, I would consider giving that game to me so that way I could buy it to my son, instead of you buying it to yourself so that way you could be a selfish loser who doesn't have a job. And then she points to her son, who just asked me what game it was. And now I was able to piece, pretty much everything together. And I was thinking to myself, not towards the lady yet, but I was thinking to myself at the moment, wait, hold on a second. Was this crazy lady's idea was for her to tell her son to walk up to me so that way I could give the game to her instead of her needing to buy it for herself? Like, that was her plan? Are you serious? So then I respond to the lady back, this time out loud. Wait, hold on. Was your plan to try and, convince me to give this game to your son by allowing your son to ask me for the game so that way he could give it to you? Like, what? So then the lady says, well, yeah, obviously, because I obviously need that game more than you, so you should probably give it to me, rah, 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 rah. And so me and this Karen are basically going back and forth as to why her logic makes absolutely no sense. Because it doesn't make any sense. Like, lady, I'm not just standing here holding the game being like, hey, if anyone wants this game, just grab it from my hand, pretty much steal it from me so that way you could buy it for yourselves. No, obviously I'm holding on to this game so that way I could buy it along with the rest of my stuff that I need to buy also. So anyways, I'm telling her all of this, and you wanna know what she says that's actually one of the most stupidest things known to man? She has the audacity to ask me, well, it's actually weird that you even buying that game, considering the fact that you look like an adult. So if I were you, I would not buy that game for yourself, because clearly adults shouldn't even be playing video games in the first place. Just give that game to my child, rah rah rah. Now, I want to make it very clear, that is one of, if not the most stupidest arguments any person on the planet can make. You're basically telling me that adults, despite the fact that there are numerous occasions where adults are capable of earning real money in terms of playing competitively when it comes to video games, adults should not be playing video games because it's childish. That makes absolutely zero sense. So anyways, I'm telling her all of this, and you want to know what she says next that's even more stupid than that? She's like, oh my god, you're being so rude and inconsiderate right now. You should respect your elders. Give me that game right now. Rah, rah, rah. And I'm like, lady, that's so stupid. That makes no sense. Respect your elders. Like, what? I hate, and I mean hate that phrase, because that makes absolutely no sense, right? Just because a young person is disagreeing with someone that's way older than them in some way, shape, or form respectfully, that's not called disrespecting your elders. I hate that argument and that mindset because it makes absolutely no sense. And so I tell her all of this again, being like, lady, that makes no sense. It doesn't matter who you are. If you yell and be rude towards a younger person that's obviously younger than you for no reason whatsoever, chances are they're not going to be nice to you back. And keep in mind, I'm having this conversation with this lady as the line is getting shorter and shorter, meaning I have to back up to make sure that I stay on the line. Meanwhile, I have to basically 1v1 this crazy Karen being like, lady, I'm basically buying all of this stuff. Please back away from me. And that's pretty much what the situation is right now, right? So anyways, I make it to the front, right? Finally, and I'm starting to put all this stuff on the conveyor belt thing so that way I could buy all my stuff, right? Meanwhile, this crazy lady is like, oh my god, you're being so rude and disrespectful. I can't wait until I find out where you live so that way I can sue you for harassment, blah, 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 blah. And I finally turn around and I'm like, lady, what are you talking about? You're complaining to a young person about a video game. Like, there's no harassment going on. And even then, even if I was quote-unquote harassing you, what exactly would you be suing me for? Especially when you have no proof that I did anything to you. So anyways, I'm buying my stuff, right? And in the process of me finally putting my game on the conveyor belt, this lady has the audacity to try and grab it from my hands as I'm trying to put it on the conveyor belt so that way I could pay for it, right? And by the way, I want to make it very clear, I didn't put my hands on this lady, right? I didn't do anything wrong to this lady in any way, shape, or form. You want to know what I do, right? As she's trying to reach over to grab the game that's in my hand, I sidestep to the right, but for some reason she wasn't able to stop her body momentum from falling, because right after I step to the side, she falls and her head literally hits the conveyor belt right on the left side of her head, and she falls to the ground. And so me, the cashier lady, which by the way, she was like the nicest person on the planet. Me and the cashier are just looking at this lady who fell to the ground. You wanna know what this crazy, dumb person does that's like super dumb, that makes absolutely no sense? She has the audacity to be like, help, help, this guy attacked me, this guy attacked me. Did all of you see him put his hands on me? You're so rude and disrespectful. I'm gonna make sure that I call the cops on you. You get arrested, your life is ruined, rah, 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 rah. And I'm standing there like, lady, I did nothing to you. All I did was step to the side. Meanwhile, you fell trying to grab the game that I'm trying to buy. Like, you have zero proof that I did anything wrong, right? But anyways, this lady is screaming that apparently I attacked her for somehow, some way, shape, or form. I don't know how I did it, because again, all I did was step to the side, and I didn't even lay a finger on her, right? But sure enough, the security guards rush over to where I'm at, and this lady's like, oh my god, this guy attacked me, he put his hands on me, he's so rude and disrespectful, he stole the game that's in his hands right now, he's trying to buy something that I'm trying to get for my son, rah, 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 rah. And the security guards was like, lady, hold on, we'll try and see if we can fix this situation, but right now I just need you to hold on, okay? And she's like, whatever. So then I finally chime in, and I'm like, look, I didn't put my hands on her in any way, shape, or form. All I'm doing is buying this game along with the rest of the stuff that's on the conveyor belt. If you really want, you can check the security cameras to see whether or not I did anything wrong, and that will really prove that I did nothing wrong, right? And as soon as I mentioned something in regards to the security cameras, you want to know what this Karen does? She gets up, grabs her child, which by the way, to me, looks like, a 10-year-old child. That's just my personal opinion, right? She grabs her child, who looks like 10 to me, and they just straight up leave. Right? As soon as I mention the security cameras, she just straight up dips along with her 10-year-old child. And I'm just standing there like, oh my god, this lady is so insane. I have no idea what her problem is, right? So anyways, I grab all my things, I go home, and I basically just sit there being like, oh my god, I could have potentially been arrested because this lady is a complete psychopath. But weirdly enough, I didn't tell my parents about it because, like, yeah, it was weird, but it's not like anything, like, truly major happened. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not even going to talk about it. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story about how in 2019, I could have potentially been arrested for something that I didn't do, that a Karen did to herself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this really crazy storytime video. If you did, I highly recommend liking the video and subscribing to my channel for more of my dumb content. A link to all my social media pages will be down in the description below for those of you that want to check it out. Please check it out because it's really cool. And until next time, this is JoJo Kaiser signing out. Make sure you stay sexy and wear a condom. Peace. 3, 2, 1, bada bing, bada boom. I don't know how to end this video properly. Bye.